Imagine if you could take that incredible fruit tree from your neighbor's yard, or that rare ornamental plant you saw in a park, and make an exact copy of it for your own garden, without spending a single cent. Does it sound too good to be true? Well, today I'm going to show you that not only is it possible, but it's much simpler than you think.
Welcome back to the channel.
If you love plants and want to multiply your collection quickly, efficiently, and totally for free, you are in the right place. Today, I'm going to reveal a new method to clone any tree. Forget those complicated seed techniques that take years to grow, or cuttings that end up drying out before they even take root. What I'm going to teach you today is an advanced propagation technique, but adapted so that anyone can do it at home, using materials you probably already have in your kitchen or utility area. The big advantage of this method is that it maintains the exact genetics of the mother plant. This means that if you clone a mango tree that gives sweet fruit, your new tree will produce exactly the same fruit, and much faster than if it were planted from a seed. Get your materials ready, focus in, and let's get straight to the point, because your garden will never be the same after this secret. To start, we need to understand the science behind the success. Many people try to clone trees by cutting off a branch and sticking it in the dirt. The problem is that once you cut the branch, you interrupt the flow of nutrients and hydration. The plant goes into stress and often dies before it can produce roots. Our new method solves this problem brilliantly. We are going to induce the plant to create roots while it is still connected to the mother tree. This ensures the branch continues to receive water and energy throughout the entire process. You will only need 4 basic items: a sharp knife or blade, some substrate or sphagnum moss, a piece of clear plastic, and some tape or string. The big game changer, our secret ingredient to speed up the process, is something you have at home: aloe vera. As you know, I am obsessed with aloe vera here on the channel, and its gel works as a powerful natural rooting hormone, besides protecting the plant against fungi and bacteria. The first step is choosing the right branch. Look for a healthy branch that is about the thickness of a pencil, or a bit thicker. It shouldn't be too young and green, nor too old and woody. Choose an area of the branch between 2 nodes, those points where the leaves grow from. This is where the magic happens, as the plant's growth cells are concentrated there. Now, very carefully, we are going to perform what we call girdling. Use your knife to make 2 circular cuts around the branch, about 2 to 3 centimeters apart. Then, make a vertical cut connecting those 2 circles and gently peel away the bark. The goal is to expose the cambium of the plant, that slightly moist inner part. It is vital that you gently scrape this exposed part to remove any green bark residue, as this prevents the plant from trying to heal and close the wound instead of producing roots. Once the area is clean, generously apply the aloe vera gel directly onto the exposed part. Feel as if you are applying a bandage to the plant. This gel will maintain moisture and send chemical signals to the tree saying, "Hey, we need roots here." Now comes the assembly. Take your substrate, which should be very moist but not soaking wet. If you squeeze the substrate in your hand and only a few drops of water come out, it's perfect. Place the substrate inside the clear plastic, forming a kind of pouch or cocoon. Wrap the branch where we made the cut with this soil cocoon, ensuring the entire peeled area is in direct contact with the moisture. Seal the ends tightly with tape or string. The secret here is isolation. We want to create a tropical microclimate inside. The clear plastic is essential because it allows you to track progress without having to open it and stress the plant. In the coming weeks, you will see water vapor condensing, and soon the first white spots will appear. Those spots are the new roots being born strong and protected. The waiting time varies from tree to tree. Some species respond in 15 days, others might take a month or a little longer. The important thing is patience and observation. As long as the branch stays green and has healthy leaves, the process is working. The mother tree continues to feed this baby while it develops its own independence. When you notice the cocoon is full of brownish or firm white roots, the big moment has arrived, the separation. Using clean pruning shears, make the cut just below the root cocoon. Now you have a complete tree in your hands, with its own root system, ready to be transplanted. Remove the plastic with extreme care so as not to break the young roots. The ideal way is to plant this new clone first in a pot with high-quality soil and leave it in a spot with indirect light for a few days. This helps the plant adapt to life outside the protection of the mother tree. After a week of adaptation, it will be ready for the sun and to grow at an accelerated pace. This method is foolproof for citrus, mango trees, jabuticaba, and even ornamental plants like roses and jasmine. Imagine the savings you'll have and the joy of being able to gift friends with high-quality saplings made by yourself. If you liked this secret and want to learn more home tricks to make your plants grow like never before, don't forget to leave a like. This really helps the channel continue bringing these free tips to you. Comment below, which tree are you going to try to clone first? This really helps the channel continue bringing these free tips to you. I love reading your comments, and I always answer questions there. Multiplying life is one of the most beautiful parts of gardening. I hope this new method transforms your backyard into a truly productive forest. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care of your plants, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!